All right, kindergarten. Let's take a look. Remember, there we go. I guess you can read it there. Our phrase is will run. Will run. All right. I have an idea for my sentence. The, we know the, and it's got to be an uppercase letter because it's the beginning of the sentence. The dog, will run. Will, whoops, run. And what goes at the end of our story? A period to show that our story has finished. And don't forget, kindergarten, make your own story. Who will run? Maybe not a dog, maybe the boy or the girl, or we will run to school. You can write any sentence you can come up with in your brain and draw any picture you choose. This is for you to be creative in whatever way you choose, as long as you use will run. Okay? Great job today, kindergarten. Hello, kindergarten. Let's begin our time together with our message. Dear class, today is Thursday, April 23, 2020. It is day 158 of school. We will learn at home today. Love, Miss Andrea. Super reading. Pat yourself on the back. And what do we call this? The clock. Good. And it tells us the time. Very good. And that is the hour hand. And this is the minute hand. Good. And we're going to read which one first? The hours are the ones that we will read first. All right, let's go with that. I like where that fell. All right, take a look. Our hours, we're pointing at the 8. So we're going to write 8. And then we're going to put the 2 dots to show that this is hours and this is minutes. And up here, I see the 5. And so I'm going to count on 5, 6, 7. Good job. So there are 7 minutes. Now I can't just write this, right? Because there has to be 2 numbers for the minutes. I can say that there are 0 in the tens of minutes, and there are 7 ones. Good job. 8:07. That's why we always say, remember I was telling you, when we have these numbers, we say the hour and oh, whatever that number is, and that's why. You can say oh, or just 8:07. All right. Over here, what is our month? It's April, very good. And the year is 2020, nice job. And down here after 22, the number is 23, which is what 2 numbers? 2 and a 3, good. We'll put them right there, okay? And now we're gonna jump right up here. And it is Thursday is the day of the week. And yesterday was Wednesday. Tomorrow's going to be Friday. Good job. So our whole day all together, the date is Thursday, April 23, 2020. Kiss your brain. Good work. All right, let's look at your first popcorn word. I-N-T-O. What's it spell? Into. Very good. Ready? I-N-T-O. Into. I-N-T-O. Into. I-N-T-O. Into. Good job. And this one, O-R. What's that spell? Or. Good. Ready? O-R spells or. O-R spells or. O-R spells or. Great job. On our pattern, we've got what kind of pattern? A, B. A, B. And today is going to be an A, which is what shape? The green triangle. Good job. And our phrase today are the words will run. Will run. Okay? How are you going to use the words will run in your journal today to make a whole sentence? You can tell me who will run, or how they will run. You just think about that. We'll get to that part soon. All right. Down here we have 2 coins that are not the same. First time we've done that this week. We have this coin, which is the quarter. Very good. So we know quarters are 25 cents. So that's how much we have right now. And then we have this coin that is a nickel. We haven't had a nickel all week. And nickels are what? They're worth 5 cents. So we just add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 30 cents up here today. I'm going to move that now that we know the number. So we'll write 30 with a cent sign, or $0.30. Super job. Let's take a peek. Yesterday, it was 23 school days until you got to be a first grader. But today, are we adding or subtracting? Subtracting, which means take 1 away. So 23 minus 1 is 22. 22 school days till you are a first grader. And let's look down here at how many days you've been in school for the whole year, okay? Ready? Here we go. We have ones, tens, and hundreds. Ones, tens, and hundreds. And we're going to add 1 more to the ones. And this used to be a 7, but now it's an 8. Whoops, get up there. All right, now it's an 8, so help me count how many days altogether. 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158. 158. You've been in school a very long time, which is why you are so smart. Kiss your brain. And now let's head to journals. Hey, kindergarten. Our story today is called The Mixed Up Chameleon, and the author and illustrator is Eric Carle. This is the front cover and the back cover and the spine that holds the pages. On a shiny green leaf sat a small green chameleon. It moved onto a brown tree and it turned brownish. Then it rested on a red flower and it turned reddish. When the chameleon moved slowly across the yellow sand, it turned yellowish. You could hardly see it. When the chameleon was warm and had something to eat, it turned a sparkling green. But when it was cold and hungry, it turned gray and dull. When the chameleon was hungry, it sat still and it waited. Only its eyes moved up, down, sideways, and until it spotted a fly. Then the chameleon's long and sticky tongue shot out and caught the fly. That was its life. It was not very exciting, but one day... the chameleon saw a zoo. It had never seen so many beautiful animals before. The chameleon thought, "How small I am! How slow! How weak! I wish that I could be big and white like a polar bear." And the chameleon's wish came true. But was it happy? No. I wish that I could be handsome like a flamingo. I wish that I could be smart like a fox. So he's changing into each of these animals. I wish I could swim like a fish. I wish I could run like a deer. He sure is very mixed up, isn't he? I wish I could see things far away, like a giraffe. Now he's got the giraffe's long neck. I wish I could hide in a shell like the turtle. I wish that I could be strong like an elephant. I wish I could be funny like a seal. I wish I could be like people. Just then, a fly flew by. The chameleon was very hungry. But the chameleon was very mixed up. It was a little of this and a little of that, and it couldn't catch the fly. I wish I could just be myself. The chameleon's wish came true, and he caught the fly. So he learned that it's best to just be himself and be who he is, because he's made special just like he is, instead of wanting to be all the other animals. Just like we are each made special. All right, our Bible story today. All right, here we go. This one is called Brave Boy. When God's messenger Paul finally returned to Jerusalem, some angry people saw him. They beat Paul for teaching others about Jesus, and then soldiers threw him in jail. One day, Paul's nephew learned about a secret plan to kill Paul. Paul's nephew was afraid, but he ran to the jail. "Uncle Paul, mean men are planning to kill you," he cried. Then Paul's nephew told the army commander about the plan. That night, 470 soldiers took Paul to another city. The brave boy had helped to save Paul's life. So in those times, you could get in trouble for telling people about Jesus. And even though Paul still wanted to tell everyone about Jesus and how much he loved them, because he knew that was what was good for them, to know Jesus. All right. Help me with our verse. Oops. All right. Ready? Say it with me. Psalm 56:3. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. One more time. Psalm 56:3. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. Great job today, kindergarten. See you tomorrow.